Hi everyone and welcome to Tips and Tricks Decor. In this video, we'll be providing you with living room decorating ideas you'll want to steal ASAP. A fresh batch of living room inspiration from the pros awaits you. Add something unexpected. Well, the classic blue grass cloth wallpaper, floor lamp, and curtains set the stage for a traditional living room. Designer added some unexpectedly edgy elements. The floral sofa and the green lucite coffee table are a welcome surprise that break up the classic elements without overshadowing them. Conceal your TV. This neutral-toned living room is refined and grown-up, but also family-friendly. The soft and textural upholstery mixed with cream paint, rustic wood pieces, and plenty of antique accents are partially to thank. But there's also a large television mounted to the wall for family movie marathons. Fine gave it prime over the mantel placement, but discreetly tucked behind panels that double as modern art. Restore existing moldings to complement the restored wood accents in this Boston colonial revival. Designer on a deep, rich shade of blue-green paint, Pharaoh. She then mixed contemporary elements with more traditional ones to further play with that juxtaposition between old and new design trends. Your living room sees more foot traffic than any other space in your home. Whether you're reclining on your sectional sofa to watch TV or entertaining guests, the way you use this space constantly means it not only needs to look great, but also work hard. To curate a living room that lasts, your design focus should be function, style, and quality. As trends come and go, it's important to create a living room that prioritizes your comfort and aesthetics. We know every living room has its own decorating challenges. Are you aiming for a cozy living room your family can enjoy? Is your small living room too cozy to accommodate your big ideas? Maybe you want to highlight some incredible windows with a view. Or you have a tricky fireplace or French doors to work around. Meeting all of your criteria can be stressful without a plan, no doubt. So we've rounded up the best living room examples to inspire your decorating project and make the process of pulling it off a whole lot easier. From modern and elegant spaces to inviting and rustic environments, there's a living room idea you can easily envision yourself thriving in. Keep watching for 77 stylish designer living room inspiration, tips, and tricks you'll copy ASAP. You'll find solutions to making your space look twice as big and ideas for painting your living room in a color that never goes out of style. Play with neutrals. Textures are the secret to giving your soft white living room a refresh. Take it from designer, who dressed this living room with textured pieces in a neutral color palette to boost its overall coziness. Aim for the sky. This grand double-height living room design features a hand-applied lime wash treatment on the chimney to introduce warmth and texture. We love the wabi-sabi informality it lends, especially compared with the richness of the soapstone fireplace surround, Hoaxima says. Deepen the tones, skip brighter hues for a living room that exudes a sultry and mysterious air. If you want a break from bright colors, this treasure of a space contains olive lime wash walls, a terracotta velvet sofa, and eye-catching teal accents. Add unique seating, a multifunctional classic. A nap bench can make lounging in your living room look twice as chic. Here, designer uses a Serena. A cushion covered in a Sanderson fabric gives it a bespoke look. Play the piano. Sometimes your favorite piano is the elephant in the room due to its large size. Instead of hiding it in your basement, give a grand piano the spotlight it deserves. Corals, grays, and brass tones work well to give this living room design a more dynamic yet also more approachable color story. Build a bar. Get the most out of your living room with a home bar stocked with your favorites. Designer turned a shallow closet into an out-of-the-way bar nook with tons of wall storage by removing the doors and building in cabinets as well as side shelves. The nautical and aquatic motifs are perfect for a Palm Beach party house. Refreshed with accent paint, we're loving this dark blue-green color in a living room corner designed by Avery Cox. It's stylish enough to hold its own against the rich chartreuse velvet fabric, as well as the layers of quirky prints. She only painted one of the walls along with the door and moldings, so that a complementary wallpaper could be applied on the opposite side. Put a record on Victoria Sass of Project Refuge Studio snuck a record player into the corner of this texture-rich and minimalist living room. It opens right up into the kitchen, where the side of the island facing the sitting area contains ample exposed shelving for an extensive record collection. Display old books. There's just something about old books that instantly makes a room feel more personal. Whether you collect used books or you've inherited some, display them on an exposed shelving unit so they can shine. In this living room designed by Oliver Thornton, they add character and speak to the layered warmth of the furnishings. Warm-up walls with wood designer Nicole Doman applied hardwood floors in a Hungarian point pattern. In this living room, it's a complex and classic parquet flooring design that works surprisingly well with modern furniture and geometric patterns, as seen here. But the fun doesn't stop there. Doman also applied wood panels to the wall for an extra surge of warmth. Balance hard materials with soft ones. If your living room has hardwood floors or stone tile flooring and lots of glass surfaces like this one designed by Caroline Turner, soften it up with super plush seating and rich materials like velvet in jewel tones. A statement light also helps bring down the scale of the high ceilings. Enhance a backyard view working with landscape architect Leela Fendrick. Designer chose a wall of steel and glass windows and doors for this formal pool house living room that leads to the backyard. The glass decor, from the pendant light to the coffee table and doors, leaves a decidedly sleek impression. The plush rug and ethereal curtains make it extra cozy, too. Dabble in nostalgia, embrace old-fashioned trends and hand-me-down furniture. Like this chaise in a nostalgic yet contemporary living room designed by Amity Whirl. Dainty florals, ginghams, and plaids are paired with modern accents and artwork, so the classic prints take on a whole new meaning. Work around restrictions. When designer moved into this New York City apartment, there was only one thing that prevented it from being the perfect fit. The building had a no wallpaper rule. To work around that obstacle, she applied a light shade of pink paint and a plaster-like finish that channels the texture of wallpaper. Mix clean lines with casual materials in the living room of designer Devin Kirk. A light shade of blue-gray along with clean-lined furniture makes for a polished backdrop, while the woven chairs, light wood side table, and tree stump coffee table ensure a laid-back atmosphere. It's the perfect balance of approachable and formal. Incorporate fun trees and plants. Invite some nods to nature into your living room with quirky indoor plants and trees. Designer placed a lush citrus tree in the corner for an extra pop of life and color, and then staggered topiaries on the windowsill. Create zones with area rugs. This sitting room is right off the open kitchen, so designer decided to visually separate it with a custom sectional and area rug. A click armchair is positioned at a diagonal, establishing a nice balanced whole. Add personality with texture-rich neutrals. A quirky indoor tree is a fun surprise in this polished and cosmopolitan living room designed. And instead of a classic white or warm off-white paint color, he opted for a cooler gray neutral that complements the other subtle tones throughout the room. This also allows the texture-rich accents to shine. Extended outdoors. This vacation home in Maui, Hawaii blends indoor and outdoor living beautifully. Designed. The two living spaces are connected by a sliding door that simply disappears when open for total connection between the open-air terrace and the indoor living room. The materials, colors, and fabrics are all coordinated for visual flow, too. Transform a generic space with texture. If you live in a generic rental or simply have a small space, get inspired by this living room designed. Not only does it prove that size isn't everything, but it's also full of tricks that bring more dimension to otherwise simple architecture. Pops of marigold speak to the warm antique wood pieces and break up the monochromatic color scheme. And the large rice paper pendant keeps things casual so it can function as a more relaxed family room. A gallery wall, large indoor plant, and ceiling high curtain rod add depth. Get weird on the coffee table. Instead of decorating your coffee table with the classic assortment of stacked coffee table books, opt for something subtly quirky and unique. Here, covered the surface with a collection of classic pots and planters, which both enhance and juxtapose the formal, traditional elements throughout the space as well as the more modern ones, making for a fun and eclectic yet timeless sprawl. Swap high back seating for daybeds and benches bring in extra seating with daybeds, settees, and window seats in smaller spaces. They have lower back profiles, which prevents interrupting the visual flow and also keeps the space feeling open. We're loving the pop of yellow in this bold living room. Redefine neutrals if you don't love playing with tons of patterns and bold hues, but appreciate experimental pieces and tasteful pops of color. Take notes on this living room. Rather than opting for all black and whites, the anchor pieces like sofa and tables remain neutral, while the throws, artwork, and lamp offer just a splash of color, nothing too crazy. Just marigold, red, navy, and green. Carve out a home bar in this living room designed by Carmel Greer. The paint color peach blossom and casual jute rug set a sweet foundation, while the modern, angular artwork, right fixture, seating, and throw blanket bring an edge. One built-in niche is optimized to function as a full-on home bar station, while the other stores and displays firewood. The mirrored wall within the left niche also helps bounce light and gives it a swanky nightclub vibe. Incorporate indoor trees and plants, spruce up your empty corners with large indoor plants and trees. Used a variety of species to create visual intrigue with different heights and shapes. It really freshens up the rich jewel and earth tones. Upholster the walls, though classic and timeless. This living room by interior designer is also having tons of fun. From the red painted ceiling to the velvet floor cushions for extra seating and the bold artwork, no detail is overlooked. To make the room feel even more soft and intimate, the May upholstered the walls in a leather fabric. Go wild with fun fabrics. This eclectic living room designed by Montreal-based is making a case for a unique layout and wild fabric use. The sofas are all configured at an angle to break up the monotony of a classic, symmetrical living room, and all the fun, luxe fabrics warm up the open and airy space. Aesthetically, it's refreshing and unique, which in turn gives the formal sitting room unpretentious, fun energy that inspires creativity and puts guests at ease. Use an off-white in this eclectic living room designed by Heidi Kalier. The jute rug, wood finishes, and brass accents bring plenty of warmth to ensure a cozy, inviting space. The colorful contrasting prints throughout contribute to the playful yet formal spirit of the room. 2. And though it doesn't necessarily stand out, the cream paint color makes a transformative difference. White would be much starker. Know your place before you even start decorating your living room. Remember where you are. If you live in a casual beach house, your design scheme is going to look very different from that of an urban industrial loft space. For instance, in this beach house, the design team focused on channeling the tropical vibe of a coastal home through fun motifs and casual materials. Yet, they still maintained a look of sophistication through fresh upholstery, beautiful artwork, and a thoughtful layout. That being said, if you're a sucker for kitsch and wish you were always on island time, add a hint of it with one statement piece, like a vintage Hawaiian print rattan chair hay fun with throw pillows. Here's a lesson in monochromatic decorating with soul. Designed. This Parisian apartment is a beautiful blend of modern and neoclassical style, while the bones of the room evoke a grand sort of opulence. The plush Moroccan rug and spacious white sofa make the space feel more approachable. Hang a chair, nothing ramps up the fun like a playful touch in the family room. This hanging chair in a living room designed proves our point. But the handsome leather upholstery also ensures a more sophisticated look. It's the perfect blend of cozy and cool. Choose a bold wallpaper. Wallpaper is one of those trends that just keeps on giving and giving. If you go with a classic chinoiserie wallpaper, you can do just about anything with it as your style changes over the year. This modern self-portrait by Chuck Close is a bold contrast to the chinoiserie wallpaper behind it. In this Miles designed home, the contrast doesn't stop there. Red continued to venture beyond design convention by incorporating contrasting jewel tones and mixing modern furniture styles with antique pieces. And believe it or not, the lime green chair is from IKEA. Proof even the best designers love a good deal. Bring the fun to the floor when you have crisp white walls and neutral staples. Like a sofa and coffee table, choose one statement item that brings in a surge of colorful energy. It can be anything from a vibrant piece of art on the walls to a bright carpet like this one in a living room designed. Bring some texture to the walls if you love the soft look and feel of upholstered walls, but don't want to embark on that major of a project you'll need to install padding, etc. Then try a fabric effect wallpaper or a grass cloth in this living room. It suits the warm leather and brass pieces wonderfully, while the blue painted accents cool things off. Branch away from neutrals. This living room manages to be unique and versatile, colorful and understated, approachable and impressive, all at once. That's thanks to the quirky, eclectic mix of frames, a light wood-paneled wall, a classic carpet, and an unexpectedly colorful sofa. If you typically like to stick to more neutral tones at home, but find yourself generally drawn to color, consider venturing out with a dusty rose, forest green, or navy piece. They're the new neutrals. Install statement lighting overhead. Want to go a little glam without looking too showy? Add in minimal brass accents like a metal frame coffee table and eye-catching metallic lighting. This living room is also a good blueprint for small space decorating. While the only 3 furniture items are 2 seats and a small coffee table, the ceiling light is all it takes to make the entire room feel special. Hang modern art. Wall art is a great way to add a big statement in a minimalist living room. It doesn't take up any surface space, but it can really transform the aesthetic. Use an abstract photograph like this one to dictate the colors of your throw pillows for cohesion. Consider your surroundings in this modern mountain home designed by architecture firm Studio Razavi. The classic cabin aesthetic gets an upgrade. The plush carpeting and sheepskin throw warm things up, while the modern light fixture, streamlined furniture, and neutral colors ensure a calming, laid-back, and stylish environment. Mix and match patterns. The sofa in apartment therapy living room is a prime example of perfectly mismatched patterns. The couch maintains a tonal blue scheme, and the blue rug beneath it ties the whole look together. It's a great way to practice your pattern mixing if you're not ready to work with the entire rainbow yet.